In this video, I'm going to answer a question that somebody asked, and it's something that I've answered before, but I don't know if I've made a video specifically about it. I'm going to talk about how I found out about fake animals. And this was during just I don't want to say tumultuous, but it was definitely a part of my life when things were changing fast and I was learning a lot of new things, a lot of the ways I thought about life and the universe and where I live, and big things were changing in my life, and I was finding all sorts of new things out and looking at the world in new ways. And I I had really strong faith at the time, and I just wanted more. And I remember where I was, and I remember praying with great intent. Like, thinking back, it's hard. Faith, it feels like a resource, and it feels like you cash in on it sometimes. And it feels like I had so much of it back then that I don't know if I could pray in the same exact way today as I did in the moment when I prayed for revelation. That's what I prayed for. I and this wasn't the first time. Before, like back in 2017, when I first woke up to, well, really it was like Pizzagate time and transvestigation time. That was the first time I remember praying. I remember very, very intently saying, I don't care how much the truth hurts me, I just want to know the truth. And so the second time, this was before the animal thing, I was praying just very intently for revelation. And I could tell, I could just tell that I was cashing in on something that I just had, that I knew that this prayer would be answered. And it was very quickly. I want to say the next day or something. There, so this is interesting. One of the craziest shill channels of all time during the transvestigation days. I don't even want to say their whole name because it's blasphemous. They they called themselves an apostle. So who remembers Laura Lee? And hilariously enough, Laura clearly has an inverted skeleton and was just a psychotic. Probably, who knows what team they're working for, but they were something else. But this was right after praying for revelation, scrolling through YouTube. I didn't follow this person or watch a lot of their videos. I don't know why. I was like, oh, let's see what this nutso is doing right now. She had a video where there was a gorilla in the news and it was in the news for standing up like a human a lot. And she was like, that's a human in a suit. And in that video, she wasn't saying that every gorilla was a human in a suit. She was saying this particular one is a hoax. There's an actor inside of that suit. And that's all it took. In that time period, my mind was always taking things to the limit. Somebody tells me one gorilla is a person in a suit, my mind instantly is like, wait a minute, maybe every gorilla is just a person in a suit. That's just where my mind was in that moment. So that's it. That was it. And from there on, I started looking into all sorts of other animals and being like, hey, that's really sketchy. And I had some memories from my past come back. I remembered, oh yeah, dude, when I was little, going to the San Diego Wild Animal Park, I knew that their koala was a stuffed animal. So things just fell into place really quickly after that. So that answers the question. How did I figure out that gorillas are people in fursuits? Well, I personally believe that it was revelation from God. I think that God pushed me in the right direction, and I think that, like, the memory that I had from my childhood, that's how big God works. Is he was It's just incredible that he was with me back then. making sure. My memory is so terrible, and it works in ways that I'm not like the kind of person where it's like, oh, I was this many years old when this happened. But certain things just stick, and it's amazing to see the type of scope that God works on. It's your whole life. So, yep, that's it. Nobody told, like, I don't think Laura Lee taught me about the fake animal thing. I just think that that was a way for God to lead me in the right direction. I 100% think that the reason that I woke up to fake animals was revelation from God. And I'm not saying that to boost my own ego or anything like that. I'm just wanting to give credit where credit is due, that you can pray to God for revelation, and he will show you. If you really want the truth, that just goes back to how I woke up to anything and how I found Jesus, is that I decided for myself that I wanted to know the truth, and that was enough to set things off. Little did I know that Jesus is the truth. That was a big mind blow for me when I read that, and that he said that too. Okay, Acts chapter 2, verse 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. So I hear a lot of people dreaming of apocalyptic things these days. My wife just had an apocalypse dream last night, and I don't get them a lot, but I have had apocalyptic dreams within the past decade. Some pretty crazy ones with portals opening up in the sky and stuff. So another reason that I want to do this video is that sometimes people think that they need a source of information. And this is another reason that I want to give God credit for just giving me revelation that about the fake animal thing, to look there. Anyone can do this. There's not some guru out there. I don't listen to any truth or YouTube channels out there. I don't really follow any of them. And I mean, go to people for their good ideas, but everybody should be looking for truth on their own terms, and everybody should ask God to show them the truth. And if you feel like you can share truth with other people, if you're passionate about this stuff, go ahead, ask for revelation. This is like an encouragement. I don't think I'm special. I think anyone can do this. That's a big part of my channel in general, is sure, the most views and the people who get the most groupie people following them and able to be loved by YouTube and use clips from media without getting struck down, and able to monetize their videos, and etc., etc. That's not, you don't have to want those things. If you have realistic expectations and you want just to share the truth, anybody can come up with amazing revelations that can be shared. You don't have to make it in a way that the world typically wants to. Anyways, I guess I just think that a lot of people should be out there trying to find new truths and share the truth with others. And Luke chapter 12, verse 2, for there's nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Here's some Bible verses about truth. Jesus is the truth. You shall know the truth shall make you free. That's it for this video. I think I said everything that I wanted to say. God bless everyone.